Say that again, please.
Why are you
Interested in Twinkle?
Yeah.
Because Tucka Tucka Stop Stop is a very intricate bow pattern. That means that it's very, very specific. And that's the one that I want you to really master, the bow pattern, before we go to book 2. Okay? The other bow patterns we can cover later, but this one you got to know right now.
Okay.
Okay? Now, Twinkle Theme is going to go from your home tape to your outer space tape. Okay? And I'm making up these names right now. This is not something you should have known. So this is, you know how your up bows always have to come back to this tape? Well, your down bows always have to make it out to here on Twinkle. So. Okay?
Here?
Yes, sir. Spectacular. You did it. Okay?
Yeah, but it's a little quick. I don't think I did.
So what is it that you didn't like about it?
Well, I did a little crunchy and slow.
Okay, awesome. So I'm glad you noticed that. Because what I'm seeing is there's a lot of rosin over your fingerboard. And what I think is happening, Noah, is that your eyes can see the bow really well here and clearly. But when the bow's here, it might look a little strange. Now, what's the difference between having the bow here and having the bow here? This bow is over the fingerboard, and this bow is
not over the fingerboard.
And what is it? What do we call this area?
The railway?
Sure, okay. So it's over the highway. And that's what's going to keep it from being crunchy. Because the string is stiffer right there. If you, this is the only time I'm going to ask you to touch your string. But if you start here, and you kind of bounce on it a little bit and gradually go out towards the fingerboard, what do you notice about the way the string feels? You left-handed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So right here, we're going to press down a little bit. Okay. And then here, we're going to press down a little bit. And then here, we're going to press down a little bit. What did you notice about the string?
I noticed that it went kind of a little like bouncy.
Yeah, it's bouncier out here. And so what's happening is, you know, when you're pressing, like when you're weighing down the string with your bow weight, what's happening is that if you weigh it down too much, then it goes below the other strings, which then makes you touch 2 strings, and then that's also what makes it crunch. So if you're on the part of the string that's a little stiffer and less bouncy, then it can take a little bit more pressure and it won't crunch. But I think what it's going to take is that your eyes get used to not seeing the bow very clearly. Okay? So if you're, and it might really bother you that you can't see the bow clearly, but you'll learn how to do it, okay? Now, Lightly Row has the same bow division as Twinkle Theme. So, you know, go to outer space and then back home, and then second finger again, right? On the A string. 2. Okay, so it's the same. It's like you use the whole part of the bow. Okay, so start Lightly Row. Good. Does the bow look strange to you? Does it make your eyes strain? Okay, great. So maybe what we can do, the pencil thing might help, or
we didn't get a chance to do that.
Another thing. Well, you can't do it on this because this highway's there. But
it was good for me.
yeah, pencil. Let's do pencils, okay? And that way you can get your eyes used to it, okay? Song of the Wind is in the Twinkle tape. in the big Tugger Tugger Sock Sock tape. Okay, so you don't want your Song of the Wind bows going higher than the middle tape. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the part of the bow that you're using for Song of the Wind. Good, now you're using a little bit less. I want you to train yourself to really use the whole thing.
It sounds kind of odd.
I think it's because you're using a blue finger pattern instead of a red one. So use the red finger pattern.
You start repeat then?
Okay, but you get it? You get what part of the bow you need to be in? Now, when you do your lift and sets, when you do the circles, you want to make sure you have a beautiful tone and a set with no sound. Your set right now is like that, and we want it to be really clean. So that means that your bow hand has to stay steady. Okay, and we'll kind of see how your bow hand grows as you practice your bow patterns. All right, Go Tell It Rhodey is all the way to the top tape, and then you're going to be doing little bows. So da, 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 da. So the long bows are going to use the whole thing. Bless you. And then your small bows are going to use just the upper half, okay? Ready, go. So you get how that works, okay? And then O Come Little Children starts in the middle, and you have up long, upper long, lower long, upper slow.
I get that too.
Okay, ready, go. Oh, you use the whole bow though. You only want to use the upper half. And now just the lower part. And now the upper half. And slow to the middle, go. Oops. And then slow to the middle, okay? So let's see if you can do that on the first phrase for me for next week. Okay, so just this part. Now, in the bow, did I stop or did I connect the bows?
Stop.
I stopped the bow. What does stopping allow me to do?
To do it again? I think it...
When I stop the bow, I have time to
Think.
I have time to think. So, if I need to think, okay, what part of the bow am I going back to? I'm going back to here. And then I'm going down, go back to the top. You know, if you stop the bow, you have time to think, okay? So, all right, May Song. May Song is the first piece that combines two different bow patterns. Okay, you have slow to the middle, and this is perfect because you're going to use just this tiny bit of bow. So, and then second finger, and now to the top, and then back to the bottom. Okay, so that's a tricky one. This is a Sicilian bow pattern. Okay, it's called Sicilian. So a Sicilian, you have a very sophisticated bow pattern.
Sounds like fun to me. It kind of sounds like vibrato when I do it.
It sounds wrong when you do it?
No, vibrato.
You mean
Vibrato. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's called Sicilian. And you have a slow bow, and then a little bow, and then up all the way to the top, and then back to the bottom. Okay? Let's try it on open A. So slow to the middle, now a tiny bow, not even as big as that, and then to the tip, and then back to the bottom.
Okay.
Maybe not to the tip, but to the top tip. Okay, so slow, and then little, and then to the top tape, and then to the bottom tape. That's it. Good. Try it again. Can you do it on open A so you don't have to worry about the fingers? Just use open A so that you can think completely about. That's it. And now to the top. To the top. Okay. Listen.
Okay.
I'm asking you to do it on open A without any fingers. Do you get it?
Okay.
Okay? That way, you don't have to think about two things. You only have to think about the bow. Is that clear? Okay? Because I want to make it easy for you to think about the bow right now. Okay? So you're going to use no fingers, and all of the notes are going to be on the A string. Clear? Okay, copy that. Oh, slow to the middle. And then a little bow, and then zip to the top. And zip back to the bottom, okay? So slow. You got it. Try it again. Slow to the middle, and then a little bow. Yeah, very good. Do it again. Awesome. And I love how you've got a nice stopped energy, because this is May song, not middle of February song. In May, we have a very different attitude than we do in the middle of February. Ready to go. Oh, boy. Awesome. Are you ready to put the fingers together with it? Okay. So A is a small bow. Oh. And then second finger is a tiny bow. And then that's it. Awesome. Okay. So, and then, like I said, this combines bow patterns. So then you have, now alternate. We have alternating bow pattern. Like Go Tell Aunt Rhody. And then you have Sicilian again. And then whole bows, like Twinkle. Okay, now in the middle we have whole bow, now alternate. Whoa. Watch this, these are at the top. Okay, and then Sicilian again. So we have 3 different bow patterns in this piece. It's very complicated. Okay, so if next week already you can do Tucka Tucka Stop Stop, you can do Twinkle, you can do Lightly Row, you're good on the Song of the Wind one, Go Tell Aunt Rhody, you're really good, Oh Come Little Children, you have to work it out, and May Song, you have to work it out. Can you come back next week with those 2 pieces with really, really clear bow patterns? Okay, and what are some ways you can practice that?
I won't forget, what's it called?
Bow patterns?
No, the other thing.
The name of the bow she used?
Oh, Sicilian?
Yeah, silly sand. I
Yeah.
won't forget that.
Silly sand. Silly sand, we won't not. Sicilian. It came from Sicily. It's a place in Italy. Would you like to hear what it's getting ready for? Okay, so this is called Sicilian. Wait, no. Okay, can you see that bow pattern? Oh, did you see it? Do you hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like things theme songs, like cool theme songs.
You like cool theme songs? I do too. Okay, now let's go to the second half of your book. Okay, so for your bow pattern work, those are the pieces I want you to really sort out for next time. O Come Little Children and May Song. And I want you to just keep being really, really excellent on the pieces that you're already good at. Okay, so next week I'm going to hear from Tucka Tucka Stop Stop Twinkle, Twinkle Theme, Lightly Row, Song of the Wind, Go Tell It Rhodey, O Come Little Children, and May Song. I'm going to hear those pieces. Now what I want to do is I want to jump to your minuets to see how your finger patterns are going. Okay, so here we go. So I want you to get that right now. What I'm looking for is, do you know how to organize your violin hand? Which fingers you should have down? So just remember everything that there is about that you want to put only down 1 and 3 when you have a low 2, you know, that you want to put down 1, 2, and 3 when you have a high 2, and that you don't always have to put your 2 down. Remember, we've been talking about that a lot? Okay, so let's see minuet 1. Minuet 1 is yum, bum, bum, ba, da, da, dum. So again, remember when I said if you're playing over the fingerboard? Yeah, A, D. That's a case where you only have to put down 1 and 3. Sorry, I distracted you. Can you start again from the beginning? Okay, you were doing really great thinking and then I interrupted you. I'm not going to do that again. So I want you to go ahead and keep thinking about your fingers. If you hear something funny over here, don't sweat it. It's probably just that you're not on the highway, okay? Now, when you go to dun 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 da 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 da, when you go to that D3, do you need to put a 2 down? No, so you can leave that one up in the air. Let's try it again. Ready, and so you have a 2 down right now, and you shouldn't, right? So keep 2 in the air.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, you're gonna throw up. Go to the bathroom, quick, quick, quick. Here. Oh, I practiced it. Okay, go, 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 run, run, run.
I don't think I see the bathroom.
Okay, well go. Your mom's there.
What do you mean?
Because it's because of the side.
No, that has nothing to do with throwing up. What do you feel? What's wrong?
I feel like my head is.
Guess what? When you want to throw up, it's nothing to do with your head hurting. Are you feeling sick?
Well, yeah.
You feeling hot?
Yeah, I'll be able to throw up instead of head hurt.
Oh.
Because it's too much sun.
Are you having too much sun? Are you having a sensory overload issue right now? Okay, I think you're okay.
All right, let's turn on the air a little bit. Air going in our room. Okay. Sensory overload. All right, so maybe what we should do, since you're enjoying the Sicilian bowing so much, maybe we should just talk about that a little bit more. Okay? So,
Can we do mini at 1 Sicilian?
well, it doesn't have any Sicilian bows in it. So May Song's the only one that does. So if you want to do it, we should do it with May Song.
Yes.
Okay. So remember, May Song has how many different bow patterns in it? 3.
3.
Yeah. One is the Sicilian. One is alternating bow pattern, and the third is whole bows. Okay. So go from the beginning. Let's see if we can sort it out. I can tell you really love this.
Okay. Is that correct?
Yes, you're good so far, and now you're going to alternate. So you're going to be in the upper half. 1, 1, and then back to the bottom. Okay, now here's another Sicilian pattern. And then whole bows. Good. Whole bow, whole bow. Oh, that's half bows. You want to use whole bows. Awesome, you got that. That one was a little less clear. Hobo, now alternate. Good again. Awesome, and then you're back to the beginning with the Sicilian. Now alternate, so long, then upper, long, 1, 2, 1, E. Nice work. So those notes here, let me show you. Should be like Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Okay. Nice, okay. And then let's go from the beginning and let's add that in. Awesome, that's the whole thing. Very good.
I'm trying to do like, I thought like at home I've been practicing this, but I didn't realize that this was down here and this was supposed to be up here.
Can you be more specific? Instead of this and that, can you say exactly what you mean? Like what you're talking about?
I mean like,
instead of using it or this or that, can you say exactly, like, are you talking about your thumb?
yeah.
I
my thumb
didn't notice that my thumb had
was
to.
supposed to be over here, but my thumb was really supposed to be over here.
No, the first way that you showed me was the right way.
My mom was
The
supposed to
opposite.
be like that.
No, I never did.
No. Your mom for sure is definitely telling you that your thumb has to be underneath the
It's
violin.
the
For
opposite
sure.
of what you're saying, basically.
Man, you just showed me. Maybe it was
I
during.
think you had
Here,
a
show us what you
dream.
think is correct.
I think you were dreaming.
Do long ago and show us what you think is correct.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not correct. What we've been saying is that your thumb has to be underneath and that it shouldn't poke up over the top. That's correct. That's not correct anymore. That's correct. So it should be down here. That's not it anymore. 2, 1. Now this isn't it either. So what's happening for you is that when you bring your thumb down, your wrist goes like this. The thumb should be down and the wrist should be straight.
What I really think when I do me at 1, it looks like tuck, stop, and like, well, I've been trying to do 20. Never mind. I got my sentence.
Okay. All right. So let me see if, can you set up your hand so that your thumb is underneath and your wrist is straight? There you go, because now you have candy canes that are flat on the bottoms. That's it. So this part of your hand doesn't come up when your third finger and fourth finger go down. Even though it wants to, you're going to teach your hand to do something else.
Okay.
So, you know, when everybody else in the world does this, their hand and their thumb comes up when they put down 3 and 4. Violinists develop different muscles and thus different connections in our brains. We train our third and fourth finger to come down closer to the palm of our hand without this coming up. No one else can do that. Only violinists.
Some people some people that are older and play the violin are violinists because they've been practicing a lot, right?
Yeah. But they are able to bring these fingers down without bringing this part of their hand up. That's not normal. Ask your dad. Can he do this without moving this part of his hand? And I bet you he can't, unless he's a violinist.
I have 2 questions.
Sure.
When I was 2, I don't know how old I was, but when I was playing Twinkle Little Star, when I on Go Town Roadie, I did the ending. It's like a different.
That was my question. You were telling her about how you made your own twinkle variation.
This is my
You put
second
the-
question.
Don't stick your tip in the throat. Good boy. What was your second question? Or was that both things?
My second question is, I've been looking for 3 Book 2 Bravado songs.
Okay, so what you want to be doing is you want to be listening for the vibrato. Okay.
Okay.
Now, do you remember what you have to do in order to pass book 1? What do you have to do?
You have to make your thumb under
The violin. Now, to learn vibrato, you can't learn vibrato if your thumb is coming up and your thumb's coming up like this. Your hand has to learn how to keep the wrist down and keep your thumb down to learn vibrato for sure.
So, just pretend it's a scary movie and then he's trying to.
Sure. And then I also want to tell you that you'll start working on vibrato when you get to Witch's Dance in book 2.
2 wishes?
Witch's Dance.
It's the name of the song.
It's the Witch of the Piece. Not the Witch of the Piece. It's the name of the piece. It's called Witch's Dance. It goes.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah, when you start that piece, that's when you'll start vibrato. Okay? So you have a little bit of time to sort out your left hand. For you to pass book 1, what you have to do is you have to show me that you know which fingers have to sit down when in your violin hand. So you want to make sure that your 2 isn't sitting down all the time. And then you also have to show me that you know what the bow patterns are. Okay? So let's have that. Really nice work.